Anyway, if you go back to August 10, 2018, you'll see that we've got World Vlogging Day coming up. I was thinking exactly how to talk about that today. What is a bit confusing is in October 2021, there was a bit of a split going up for some things. Olympus became OM System, and they got rid of their influencers. Also, I've been watching this since 2022, how the vlogging has been changing back to the old style. Chris Meets Chris was actually talking about it a day ago, but this has been going for about 4 years now. What is interesting with it is we're going back to the old school of vlogging, which is where you talk about yourself and what's on your mind, and it helps you get rid of some of your depression and you get you in the right mood for the day kind of thing. Now, Chris, well, we're trying to get this back to the start. When I was travelling home last night, I had like a 35-minute travel on a train. I turned on YouTube, and the first one came up was Running with Scissors, or I guess Running with Scissors. And he put up a suggestion that he could make a video picking his nose. And I thought, what are we doing here? And he mentioned Rob the Maritimer from Nova Scotia. I think I pronounced that wrong. I've been following Rob since about January or February this year anyway. And I've been really busy, so I haven't had much time watching YouTube this week. Apparently Rob brought a video out the other day having a go at vloggers. So I paused the one for Running with Scissors, and I went back and watched the one he was talking about on Rob. And it did seem like he was criticising people who were making vlogs. I thought, okay, Rob, you're a how-to channel. Okay, I understand that. You're a how-to channel. Okay, right, I understand that. Anyway, I love Rob, so I'm not criticising. I do love Rob's work. Just gotta keep an eye on the time. Get moving soon. Anyway, Rob was telling people, Rob seemed to be defending the how-to channel influencers, right? Okay. Which then got me thinking. There's a whole series of how-to YouTubers I've been watching now, some of them right back to 2011, who over the last 4 months to maybe 4 years on their channels, but especially the last few months, have come out and said, Genevieve, I think his name is, the one I watch, he's like a DJI how-to person. He came out the other day and said, my views are dropping on my channel, so it's time I stop making how-to videos. I'll go back to making my vlog videos. And I thought, oh, what are they? Because, you know, I've been on DJI now since 2020. Oh God, October 2022. So I've been following him since then, and I thought, what are your travel videos? And I went back to the start of his channel, and he used to be a travel documentary vlogger. And then he moved over to being a how-to channel. Now he's gone back. I just watched his video the other day, which he's basically talking about the hero's journey, but it's the hero's journey style video. And he's actually made one saying how to make 7 parts of a story. And I watched it and thought, you've gone back to vlogging. Okay, so you've skipped how-to and gone back to vlogging. But lucky he's left the how-to ones on there for people who want to actually, you know, learn how to use DJI. Mind you, his video was very typical that I watched yesterday of how a how-to person does their video. He took 11 minutes of an intro time. I actually was watching it thinking, your title is 7 parts kind of thing to making a story for vlogging kind of thing. That's why I watched it. 11 minutes into the video, he finally started talking about what the thumbnail said. That previous 11 minutes was just a general vlog about his life. Okay, so that's an intro. I'm not too sure we can all handle it. It ended up being like a 20-something minute video, I think 29-minute video, which is a bit strange to have an 11-minute intro. There's another one, and off the top of my head, it's been a long day, I can't think of his name. He was making really good videos, and I actually think it might have been 5 years ago I got put on. It was a long time ago. Basically about how to present yourself, how to do public speaking kind of thing, you know. That was his style of channel. And then a few months ago, he came out and said, how-to videos are dead. My channel is not getting the focus anymore. I'm going back to vlogging. He's another one who did it. And I thought, okay. And he started a new channel. Since he started the new channel, he's actually changed the channel's name to a different channel name. So he's had 2 channel names already for that new channel that he started. But he's a really good public speaker. But he's gone back to the vlogging style again. Now, I'll put up, you probably would have seen it if I put it up already. If I haven't, I'll put it up now. When I got off the train today at Southern Cross Station in Melbourne, there was a skywriter above us. And I have no idea what he was talking about, but he just wrote W-A-R in the sky. And I've been thinking about making this video all the way into work today, and I saw that and thought, oh, stuff it. We're at war, okay, all right. Technically speaking, the first shots were fired in this modern vlogging day revival, August 10, 2018. August 10, 2018 is World Vlogging Day. It started in the UK as part of a careers, but they have an online career exhibition every year at that week. And that's where it started. So the original focus in 2018 was to become a vlogger that makes money. Use it as a career. I've read various posts from 2018 through to 2024 for World Vlogging Day. And it does seem around 2021, 22, the switch went from career to vlogging back to your personal life and your personal style. Get things off your chest, because we had the mental health problem of being in lockdown. Some places like, Victoria and Australia, we had martial law where we had curfews in each night. If we went out after 8 o'clock at night kind of thing, we risked being belted up by the local police. So when that period of 20 into 21 was going on, people stopped trying to make a career out of vlogging and started making a mental health vlog to talk about, oh crap, my world's exploded on me. I'm drinking wine every day. I'm locked in at home. I can't travel anywhere. And I think that COVID pandemic period is where the modern day Chris meets Chris, Lewis, all this community that I talk to each day, I think that's where the seed of what we're doing now came from. And it's certainly grown into a massive oak tree at the moment. And I don't want a 29-minute video because, some of us have work to do. But it's curious to me trying to look at the history of it. Well, we'll get more onto it. With Rob, he's since made a retraction video after I think he lost probably close to a few thousand subscribers, because I'm sure he was around 78,000. I think last night he was around 71,000 when I looked at it. So I think he's actually taken a hit. These influencers are making their money from how-to. There's 2 types of how-to. There's how to use your device, and there's how to grow. Whether that's mentally grow, how to grow on YouTube, how to grow your business, that sort of how-to. I will look it up, but the big reason vlogging has worked on YouTube is not because of, Chris or me or Tudor or Boris. I can just keep naming names. There's people in Norway, there's people in the UK, Scotland, Canada, America, Australia, they're everywhere, right? We've all been doing this for years. It's not because of us, but YouTube got rid of their CEO and replaced it with a new CEO. Now, the CEO they got in now, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but I'll put it in the comments. If you look up his name in YouTube, he is repeatedly saying he wants to get rid of hashtags. That thumbnails don't matter anymore. What people want is real videos, real stories, real communication. The people don't want Hollywood-style productions. That's his mantra. That's what he's worked with day one. I think he's been in the job 3 or 4 years. He's only been in a few years. The previous CEO was a lady, once again, I can't think of her name at the top of my head. She was in there for a good few years, and she was pro hashtag. Pro, you must make money from how-to videos. You must make money from YouTube. Our current CEO is so opposite that. He set YouTube up so that the recommended feed is how you grow your channel, not by your hashtags. He explains that a lot in his videos. I won't waste too much time on it, but what you watch on YouTube is what YouTube will suggest your videos to. Is a really hard way of explaining it, but that's how he works. So if you're watching 20 vlogging videos tonight and you make a video, YouTube is going to think that's your market. That's how the algorithm works. It's quite simple. So if you're watching 20 videos and it's all talking about, news in Ukraine, news in Gaza, YouTube's not going to know where to send your videos. That's very loosely explained. I'll put his name in the description. Just put that into YouTube and you'll see he's very pro small YouTubers. Anyway, I have got to go back and start doing something to pay the bills, of course. The main thing is, I want you to talk to people. We've also got Suicide Day coming up as well, so I'll talk about that in another video. So talk to people. Talk to me. Apologies again for being a bit slow, but I can't vlog every day. I do need some time off to go pay the internet bill, Stay safe. Have fun. And most of all, let's keep up this little rebellion of vlogging. Let's turn this little 4-year-old community into something that's actually going to go for another 4 years. So, ciao.